The Great Sphinx of Giza, the oldest monumental structure in Egypt and one of the oldest in the world, is prominently situated on the west bank of the Nile in Giza, Egypt. For millennia, archaeologists and adventurers have been intrigued by the Sphinx, and the wackiest theories have been proposed to explain the mysterious things about it on Z today. You will discover the background of the enormous Sphinx of Giza and the strange riddles it contains. Describe the Sphinx. There are other statues of Sphinx's mythical creatures with human heads and lion bodies found around the world that have cultural significance, but the colossal Sphinx of Giza stands out for its size and structure, even though its function is unknown. Between the years of 1930 and 1940, renowned clairvoyant Edgar Cayce asserted that refugees from the lost city of Atlantis buried their secrets in a hall of records beneath the Sphinx, and that the hall would be discovered before the end of the 20th century. It is known that the Great Sphinx of Giza, which was constructed over 4,000 years ago, was constructed at the order of Pharaoh Khafre. In their search for this hall of records, archaeologists like Mark Leonard came across a number of intriguing theories about the Sphinx. Who built the Sphinx? A project as large as the Sphinx required more than 2,000 manual laborers, and according to historians, it took at least 3 years to complete. The structure, which is nearly 70 feet tall, was carved from a single mass of limestone. In 1990, a tourist from the United States was riding in the desert about half a mile south of the Sphinx when her horse stumbled on a low mud brick wall, and she was thrown from it. Days later, a cemetery with about 600 people buried inside was found. Although the cemetery's design was not nearly as grand as those of significant individuals in ancient Egypt, each tomb was personalized with inscriptions recording the names and titles of their occupants. History of the Sphinx. The Sphinx's function is a subject that is hotly contested, but most archaeologists and Egyptologists agree that Pharaoh Khafre, who ruled Egypt during the Old Kingdom, which began around 2600 BC, oversaw the construction of the Great Sphinx of Giza for a number of reasons, including the fact that the Sphinx's head and face are strikingly similar to a life-size statue. When a significant amount of limestone was found in a quarry, Khafre's plan was to use it to construct a much larger monument than anything else that had ever been built in ancient Egypt. Egyptian geologist Farouk el-Baz thought that the Sphinx's head may have originally been carved from this limestone. Vandalism of the Sphinx. For a structure built 4,000 years ago, many of the external features of the Great Sphinx of Giza are still intact, but some are missing. In some cases, human factors, such as wars or careless excavation, were to blame for these missing parts, while in other cases, natural causes, such as sand and wind erosion, were to blame. Different parts of the Sphinx were built in different ways. Because it was made of soft layers, the lion's body has deteriorated significantly up to its neck. In contrast, the Sphinx's head and its lower body, including the legs, were carved out of hard rock. As can be seen from the structure, the legs and head have not deteriorated as much as the body compared to most of the statues. However, they have undergone their own significant changes over time. after inspections of the Sphinx's face in the late 20th century revealed that lengthy rods had been inserted into the nose area. One was placed down from the bridge and another beneath the nostril. The nose, which was once estimated to be approximately a meter long, was then used to be removed. There is no longer any question that the Sphinx had a nose when it was first built, because drawings made in 1737 by Frederick Lewis Norton show the structure without one. However, an archaeology study by Mark Leonard suggests that the nose was purposefully removed with tools sometime between the 3rd and 10th centuries AD. Another legend of what happened to the nose is that a cannon shot during the Napoleonic conflict blew it off. According to an Arab historian, the nose was cut out purposefully in 1402 by a Sufi zealot who thought that doing so would correct some religious blunders. Nobody can be certain which of these hypotheses is the true cause of the Sphinx's missing nose. In addition to the lost nose, the Sphinx also lacks a beard. During early 19th century archaeological excavations, stone fragments of the statue's braided beard and a royal cobra insignia from its headdress were found. Vassal de Breve, an Egyptologist, proposed that if the beard had been an original part of the Mark Leonard claims that the Sphinx was formerly painted in garish comic book colors after finding pigment traces in other locations on the monument's body. The most recent incident involved a team of American excavators who requested permission from the Egyptian government to drill a hole beneath the Sphinx's legs in the hopes of discovering a passageway. Their request was granted, and they started drilling a hole 21 feet deep, which caused problems with the Sphinx's structure. Not only were a few toes vandalized, but the Sphinx's balance was also slightly upset, which could have caused the part of the Sphinx, the Sphinx, which stands a few miles in front of the 3 Great Pyramids of Giza, was constructed by Choki to act as a conduit for solar energy to reach the pyramids. Using his archaeological discoveries in the 2-square-mile Giza Plateau, which contains its pyramids, quarries, temples, and numerous tombs, Leonard confirmed what others had hypothesized. He confirmed that some parts of the Giza complex, including the Sphinx, make up a huge sacred machine designed to use the power of the sun to sustain the earthly and divine order. However, the Sphinx started to have a different spiritual significance as time went on. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.